Got a disc jockey by the balls.
This is our turntable. It's 80 feet long. What a turntable gives you is the ability to turn a steam engine in a tight urban area like this.
My record, it doesn't have a hole in it.
Well, you certainly came to the right place.
Gonna say record.
Powerful digger on the face of the planet.
Deep Crates coming at you guys for the CRATEShow. It's been a crazy last 2 weeks. It's Thursday night. We're getting ready to hunker down for Hurricane Irma here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Last week, Houston, Texas got hit up real bad by Hurricane Harvey. My grandfather lost both his cars and his house, had to be evacuated by boat. So of course our crates and prayers are with everybody in Texas still, but we here in Florida about to go through it as well. Hopefully not as bad, you know what I mean? But I gotta get ready, get hunkered down, you know what I'm saying? I had a big opening football weekend special, and damn, I'll be pissed if we lose power and I can't watch games this weekend. But on a serious tip, I gotta get ready for this hurricane. I've been looking for water since Monday. It's a fucking circus at all the supermarkets and all that shit. Hard to find gas right now too. Everybody running out of gas, water. All the fucking perishable aisles are fucking wiped out. So wish me luck here. We'll see you next week. Hopefully everything's alright, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into this record by a Houston all-star, if you know what I mean. You probably never heard it. You might not even know he put out a record, but one of Houston's finest. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, and then I'm gonna get a little help from my buddy DJ Functional with some sports records, you know what I mean, those littler records, and we're gonna see what he's got. So play a record for me and we'll see you next week, you know what I mean? To all my diggers in Texas and Florida, be safe.
And ladies and gentlemen, they call me Dr. J on the disco scene because I play a mean record machine. Now, are you ready?
Tall with a basketball, he slams like he's insane. Grandmaster of the NBA.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Welcome to the sport edition of the Crate Show. So I came to bring you all them 7-inch goodies. Although I gotta be honest, this one plays at 33 and it bugs me just a little. What are you gonna do? That was Jim McKay. Stereo LP, plays over 30 minutes. Pretty dope. In terms of, you know, stuff to use at gigs, little sample pieces and shit like that. I brought my boy his long awaited Sweat Hogs case, and I filled it up with some sports records. What's up, Crate Show? Check it. The Olympics. We all know, you know, Whitney Houston was going to get her cred in terms of a picture sleeve because she was a superstar by this point. But what you didn't know is that I have Olympic picture sleeves for Bob fucking James. What? Yes, that's right. Courtship is the name of the record. And that's not all, my friends. Our second one from the same series, Giorgio. I don't watch the Olympics much myself, it's just not my thing, but that's pretty dope. You know what? This next record needs to go on the turntable. Give me 1 second, please. So we'll cut from there, and we'll put this on. Ralph Kiner talks with the Amazing Mets. Oh, no, wait. No.
You start digging.
If that sounds familiar, and yet you haven't heard, you know, haven't knowingly heard the song before, you may be reminiscing about an episode of The Simpsons that you saw. They did a play on this, and in the episode they used Don Mattingly at first base, Steve Sachs at second base, I don't know if I can remember the whole thing, but Darryl Strawberry, Roger Clemens, Ken Griffey Jr., epic episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns, you know, puts money on the softball team and he hires a whole bunch of ringers to take over the team. And meanwhile, Homer is the only good player on the team and he can't play because he gets replaced by Darryl Strawberry. It's pretty awesome. So this Terry Cashman single has actually been repressed with a whole bunch of different singles. For example, on the Yankee edition, you get Dave Winfield and Rags.
Oh,
Dave Righetti. Still in the game.
Righetti, in to blow the save.
Still in the game today. On the Mets edition, as you can see, it says for Mets fans.
Oh,
we have Rusty Staub as well as Mex. Keith Hernandez. These were done in 1983, I think. So Keith was like a new member of the Mets. They hadn't become the big 86 Mets. They were still, you know, all young.
Just quick.
We also have them for the Orioles. There's Cal Ripken Jr. I venture this one is probably worth a little bit of money. Who knows? They're probably readily available, but there's Eddie Murray, another Hall of Famer. That's a back-to-back Hall of Famer Orioles edition right there.
Oh, snap.
And finally, on the Terry Cashman tip, we have another Hall of Famer, Mike Schmidt. As well as, he didn't last that long, but he was a very good pitcher. His name was John Denny.
John Denny.
John Denny was a very good starting pitcher for them for a very short while. I think he may even have won the Cy Young or the wins leader for that year or something like that. But there you go. These two teams actually faced each other in the World Series that year, and that is why they were chosen, as well as the Mets and the Yankees, because they knew big market, they were going to sell a lot in that area. More on the Mets and more on baseball in general. This is Ralph Kiner Talks with the Amazing Mets. Gil Hodges, Tom Seaver, Tommy Agee, Tug McGraw, Jerry Grody, Ed Kranepool, and Ken Boswell. The other side has Ron Swoboda, Jerry Koosman, Art Shamsky, Cleon Jones, and Bud Harrelson. Yeah, I'm kind of a record nerd, and it doesn't stop there. My buddy Poundcake sent me a copy of the Dodgers record. He lives out in California. We Are the Champions by the Big Blue Wrecking Crew right there. There's the back. As you can see, the players involved here were Steve Yeager, Rick Monday, Jay Johnstone, and pitcher Jerry Royce. There's Jerry Royce with the blonde mustache. I don't know why Pedro Guerrero wasn't involved if they were the Big Blue Wrecking Crew. I imagine Reggie Smith could have contributed, but they weren't invited. However, the whole town's talking about the Blue Jays up in Toronto, in case you didn't know. This record was made in 1985. The Unbeatable Dream, Akeem Olajuwon, has his own record. I believe this is a charity record for the Lupus Foundation. Yes, it is. Another 45. These kind of 45s always come on either really forgettable labels or really cool labels. Vegas Records. And what's that say on the bottom? What's that label? Muggle? The Muggle Record Company? I don't know if that's based out of Houston. Nope, Hollywood, California. Let's talk about some wrestling. Alright? This is my Wrestling 45 for the Land of 1,000 Dances, featuring most of the crew. And if you combine it with a second sleeve, you can actually see them all side by side. Jesse the Body Ventura, Randy Macho Man Savage, the Junkyard Dog, Lou Albano. I hope you can see them all right there in that long shot. And who's that on the drums right there? It's not Ric Flair. It's not Ted DiBiase. Wait, the Hulkamaniac wasn't there for the shoot? What's the matter, Terry? You had a lawsuit or something? If you don't know what I'm talking about with the lawsuit thing, Hulk Hogan was backed by some billionaire to attack Gawker magazine as like a free speech kind of a war, just to try and stifle journalism. It's some bullshit. But there's a video, there's a documentary about it called Nobody Speaks. The attack on journalism or whatever. So if you want to check that out, you can hear the whole story. This is much more exciting to talk about. The Junkyard Dog made a record with Vicky Sue, Turn the Beat Around Robinson. Does it get any better than that? It does. Grab Them Cakes is the title. And there's your cake. Can't fucking beat it. JYD. Alright. Promo only. For all the money, I want you to tell me what song the Junkyard Dog used to enter the ring to. Famous bass line. I don't want to hear no excuses. You should know that shit. Next up, we have Black Superman, Muhammad Ali by Johnny Wakelin and the Kinshasa Band. I think that's worth a listen. Let's check it out.
This here's the story of Cassius Clay, who changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
Now, more Cassius Clay info. There is a 45 picture sleeve for The Greatest Love of All, George Benson's version, the original version, with Muhammad Ali on the picture sleeve. I couldn't find it. I was, hastily getting up here to Orlando. I did not find that record, but you can find it. Google the picture sleeve, you'll see it. And yeah, that's another no freaking way for you. The Greatest Love of All. Almost everything Whitney Houston did was a cover, and in case you are not aware, Saving All My Love for You is a Billy Paul Marilyn McCoo record. No freaking way, number 2 on the Whitney tip. This is a University of Alabama, a Sooner record printed by the First National Bank of Birmingham. Master Charge, not MasterCard, but Master Charge.
He moves like the Black Superman.
Hard to beat that. I know most people would walk away from a record like that. I just can't. I'm a football fan and a 45 fan. Think what the two of you can do, Master Charge and you. I mean, I have other commercial records like this. Burger King made a couple of records. Candies The store also has a 45. You can search up the Candies record if you want. But back to football. This is the most famous football 45 of all time, of course, the Super Bowl Shuffle. Featuring Jim McMahon, William the Refrigerator Perry. Without even looking up the names, I would say Mike Singleton, Gary Gentry. Who was the awesome wide receiver? Willie
Galt.
Willie Galt, thank you. Sweetness, of course. They do give you, tell you who the proceeds are going to. A worthwhile project. The other names, in case you're wondering, are Otis Wilson, Steve Fuller, Gary Fensick, and Mike Richardson, along with MVP Richard Dent. One of my all-time favorite defensive ends, Richard Dent. The following year, the year after the Bears won in '85, the New York Giants won in '86. But a copycat record was kind of not going to be tolerated, but that was not going to stop Lionel Manuel. Lionel Manuel, wide receiver number 86 of the New York Giants, made his own record. It is a cover of Chuck Berry, Go Giants Go, Go. You don't want to hear it. I want to say, oh, we have to hear that. It's not going to help anyone's life to hear it, I promise you. And my final football record, something that has come into existence just during the advent of Record Store Day. I know there is a baseball one, but I don't have the baseball one, but I do have turntable football. It's a game. I've never opened it and played it, but it is a game. Playing instructions, just like the pros, it all starts with a coin toss. The winner of the coin toss is player one and chooses to play as the red team or their dreaded rivals, the blue team. In addition, player one's offense takes the field first. To begin the game, player one will place the official RPM football record on the turntable, making sure that the turntable speed is set to 33 1/3 and that the label of player's one team is facing up. Player one will place the stylus at the start of the record and listen to the excitement as Gray Janger and Barry Dingle call the game. Using RPM decanographic 10 groove sound technology. There's multiple grooves. You'll have a chance of scoring a touchdown or one of other 4 outcomes per team. Jay and Barry will offer clear instructions as to when to add points, blah, 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 blah. This is got the Record Store Day logo right on it. Do you have what it takes to bring your team to the Phono Bowl?
Oh, there is stuff in here. It's probably like an excerpt or something.
What do you have? Diggers? Here's my order for blank copies. $2 a piece. Mail away to Teaneck, Jersey. Again, Teaneck, Jersey, if you want the album. Still, copies are still available right now. I can photocopy this bitch and mail it to you, you know, you'll have it in like 4 days. Sorry, I find that so funny.